Hey guys, Jennifer McCune here. I wanted to come live to you today. I think some of you have seen, I don't know if you have, but I started a blog this year that I'm super excited about. It is called The Mompreneur Next Door, and the reason I have called it that is because I am a mompreneur and I'm just like any of you guys out there. I could be your next door neighbor, just like any of you. And I have built a six-figure income, and I've done certain things along the way that I thought would be helpful for you guys. And one of the things I hear from a lot of moms is we're looking for flexibility, not only for today, but for the future. We want to know how we can build an income and do that as well. So I'm putting out a weekly blog, and this week I talked about three things that I did since having kids, and I wanted to share them here now. I think a lot of times I was just messaging with somebody. A lot of times we're so in the thick of things, it's hard to even see how we can be a mom and we can be there for our kids and we can still build an income. It's really hard to think about how we can do that. So I have this blog post up in the hopes that it will help some people. It will help us remember that we're all doing this together, this crazy thing called life, being a mom and wanting to take care of ourselves and having ideas of how we can do that. So since being a mom, I'll just give you a little bit of background. I have three kids right now. My daughter Lily is 12 and my boys Sam and Max are 15 and 16. And I was working full-time when Max was little, and I did it for just a little bit because that's what our family's finances needed, and stopped as soon as I could, and then did the part-time thing. And a couple of things that I've done along the way that I've really loved, and I thought it might be helpful for you guys to hear. One of the first things that I did when the kids were little, and this is just when I had the boys, is I did a lot of writing and editing and fact-checking work. And it was really great. This was prior to Facebook, but I was on some listservs. I'm sure you guys could Google some ideas now that would be very different from 13 years ago. But the writing and the fact checking and the editing was so great because I could totally do that from home. The boys could be doing whatever they were doing, could be nap time. I will tell you, some of the times I worked between like midnight and 5 a.m. because I would be nursing and wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. And so it was just really flexible. It gave me intellectual stimulation. It gave me an opportunity to make some decent extra money without actually having to get babysitting help, which was really helpful for our family, and I loved it. The other thing that I did when the kids were younger is I taught. So many of you have seen I have a PhD in Spanish, but you don't need to have a PhD in Spanish to teach. You guys all have things that you know and you've learned that you could teach, whether it be at the local community college, whether it be tutoring. I taught at the University of Virginia. I also taught at our local community college. They have so many online options now, which is really great as well. Back when I was doing this, it was a great way to get out of the house for a couple hours, a few days a week, and I had some babysitting help, and I just loved it. I got to see other students and other people, and I made some extra money, and it was a lot of fun. So there are those options, but now all the online options too make it even more flexible for all of you, and every single one of you has learned something that you could teach to somebody else. I'm 100% positive of that, no matter who's watching this. And then the last thing, and the thing that I'm still doing now, which I loved, and I'm so surprised because I just never had it on my radar. Writing and editing, teaching, yeah, totally seemed like me. I started a direct sales business about, I guess it's gonna be 7 years ago in May. And the reason I did is because I was really impressed with the brand that I learned about. I was really impressed with the product. It was something that I was interested in. And I really liked the flexibility and the camaraderie. So it's been a really wonderful gift for our company. I think direct sales has a really great gift for so many moms out there because it offers us the flexibility. And I think the numbers are pretty astounding. 80%, this is in the US, I think 80% of women who earn six figures or more are in direct sales. So that's pretty telling that it's such a great community and environment for us to be able to be part of, still make a lucrative income, and still have the flexibility to be with our kids. So I'm going to post my blog post in the comments here. In there, I also attached a link to another idea somebody else who had posted. There are a lot of links out there and ideas. One of the things that bothers me sometimes is there'll be all these pop-ups. So in my blog post, the link that I shared with you guys on some ideas you could look at beyond the 3 that I mentioned here, it doesn't have any pop-ups or any other things that would be irritating to lead you to. So hopefully some of these will give you some great ideas. I'd be glad to discuss any of these with you and help you out. They really have all been so beneficial and wonderful in my life. And just know, if you don't even have to be a mom to look for flexibility. If you're a person looking for flexibility and a way to make income and start building up possibly some passive residual ideas, there's so many opportunities out there. Believe in you and look for it and reach out to people for help. So thanks guys, Wednesday Wisdom, bye.